Up to what we have done in the last class? Definitions kada. See the story. Kautilya's Arthashastra refers to Sulka is what I told you yesterday. Nothing but Sunkam or tax. Where it has been our custom, tradition, practice and usage. Yeah. Katoras. That is okay. Here now. So we have seen yesterday that Kautilya's Arthashastra refers to the word called Sukha, Kamar, tax. It has been a practice which has been followed from long period of time. But during British period, it has been organized into three types of laws were there: Land Customs Act, Sea Customs Act, Air Customs. After independence, we have merged all these three acts and formed our Indian Customs Act 1960. Okay, then in that I told you that customs is levied on only goods imported into India, exported from India. They come by way of commercials, goods, or any gifts or anything. It will be as per import or export. 99 on imports we levy import duty, on exports we levy export duty. 99% of your imports are taxable, 1% of your imports are not taxable. 99% of your exports are not taxable, 1% of your exports are. Then we discussed the customs duty rates. Initial rates were from 200% to 500%. But later on, India became party to GATT or WTO, where we have to reduce our rate as low as. Then we have discussed constitutional background. Constitutional background, who has the power? Central government has the power. As per entry number 83, they can levy enlist one. One has given them the power. If you want to study the customs law, you have to study Indian Customs Act 1962, Customs Tariff Act 1975, Customs Valuation Rules, case laws, circulars, notification sign, trade notices. Okay. After that, we have seen good number of definitions: assessment, baggage, of entry, of export, conveyance, customs airport, customs area. Like these different definitions we have seen. Or no? Now, before we proceed to the provisions now, just to start with the taxable event. Before that, something not part of your syllabus, but still you should know that, because without knowing that, you never understand about customs certain things. So I am not going to dump everything. A chart istanu. I'll give you a flow charts of how to understand the customs import procedure and export procedure. Okay. Once we know the procedure, then we'll go back to the procedure. Clear? चलो चंद्रा, yeah. This is what we have seen yesterday, where we have learned the basic concepts, production, then we have seen constitutional background, then we have seen customs law, the different things we have to learn under the customs. After that, we have seen the various definitions. Last one, next heading. This is not part of your syllabus, not at all part of your syllabus, but you should know this on a mandatory to understand customs properly. Okay, write down heading. Right, import and export procedure. Right heading, import and export procedure. Section 29 to 41. Section 29 to 41. Import and export procedure. దాంట్లో ఫస్ట్ వన్ రాసుకో, import procedure. The first one, import procedure. ఓకేనా, చూడండి రా. యా okay, now import procedure you see. First what happens, first thing that happens is actually this import and export process learned by sea, okay, water. You don't learn this by air, because there is nothing, air simply come and land, but sea there will be lot of the things to do. What happens first? The first thing that happens is arrival of conveyance. Look at this, arrival of conveyance, vessel, aircraft or vehicle at customs station. What is customs? Air, water, port, customs port, customs airport or land customs station. They are called customs station. A person in charge of conveyance will deliver import report or import manifest electronically at least 12 hours before its arrival. Okay, at least 12 hours before your arrival, you have to tell that boss, I am so and so person coming from so and so country, I am bringing these all to your country, permission and adukkoval. That asking permission document is called import manifest or import report. Yesterday I told you, tell you later. Import manifest or import report. Based on the import manifest, import report, which you will send electronically at least 12 hours before your arrival, I'll decide whether I should allow you into my country or not. If I decided I'll allow you to my country, then I'll give you gate pass. A gate pass ne entry inwards anta. What's called? Grant of entry inwards. Yesterday I have explained, if you remember, baseline. From baseline 12 nautical miles, water. From there another 12 nautical miles, total 24 nautical miles. Akkada oka barrier untadi. That barrier is called customs barrier. Here they will stop you. Here they'll give you the gate pass. That gate pass is known as inwards. Once that gate pass is given, they'll give you the route. From the 24 nautical miles untadi kada, they'll give you the route where you should go ani. No unloading, no stopping. No stopping, no unloading. Either in that route you should go and you should stop in the port area. Okay? No unloading of goods till goods the customs station. Conveyance should move only in the bay. Bay ante way, route, in which and park at only designated places. Yesterday I have explained you, port area will be very big. Wherever you want, you can't go and park your these things. Port ko facility untadi. You should stop only there. Okay? Then unloading should happen only at designated places and under supervision of. Yesterday I told you one point, proper officer. Okay, there will be some fellows called custodians. Custodians ante the fellows who has the custody of the goods in the customs. Once you get into the customs area, goods will not be in your custody. Goods will be in the hands of a officer. His name is called custodian. Name is called custodian. So once goods unloaded, take the goods under his control. Sir, my goods, why you are taking, sir? Your goods, why I am taking it? You have imported that into the country and you have to pay duty on it. Imported that into the country, you have to pay duty on it. That's the reason I am taking into control. Okay. Then once goods are unloaded, the goods will be under customs control in Japan kada, in all international airports, customs port, custom land station. There is a designated area called customs area. Aa area lo goods betti he will have his own control. Okay, he will not give you the goods, pay the duty and clear the goods. Okay, tarvata akkada then you have to file a document called, okay, entry ayin tarvata in the destination tarvata you file a document that is called bill of import manifest. Eppudu file chestavu? Before you arrive. Before you arrive, you file import manifest or report. Okay na? Tarvata you have to file bill of entry. After you land in the customs area, on this you can file advance bill of entry. Okay, chudandi ikkada for this bill of entry there is an arrow. It's an option. One option you have. You can file advance bill of entry. Ante before you arrive into my country also you can file bill of entry. A bill of entry name antaru? Yeah. First time avutadi arrival of conveyance at custom station. Person in charge of conveyance deliver import report or entry of goods. No unloading. Conveyance should move only in the designated areas. Then unloading should happen only at the designated areas under supervision of. Then once goods are unloaded, it will be under the customs control. Then filing of, okay na? Filing of bill of entry will be for two purposes. Filing of bill of entry will be for two purposes. Okay. First purpose is called home consumption. What is the meaning of the word home consumption? Home consumption ante you have to pay the duty and clear the goods. Home consumption meaning is you have to pay the duty and clear the goods. If you don't want to pay the duty, you have another option called warehousing. Government warehouses are there, private warehouses are there. You can take your goods and keep it there. You do not pay the duty. When you remove the goods from warehouse, you have to pay the duty. Okay. For home consumption, the bill of entry color is white color. For warehousing, the bill of entry color is yellow color. Okay na? So white color bill of entry if you file means that you are ready to pay the duty and clear the goods. Then the assessment process starts. In assessment process, first one is getting the serial number for your bill of entry. That is called toka number. What of that? Toka number and serial number. You have to go to the officer that, sir, I am ready to pay the duty and clear the goods. Can you give me permission? That is called toka number. So once toka number is done, self-assessment is done by the importer. Once upon a time, all the imported goods should be standing in the line. Officer will sit. He will call, hey, come here. What are your goods? He will take everything. He is to do valuation, to calculate the duty. But that fellows to. But imports and have increased in our country. Officers not enough to do the assessment. Then the assessment became self-assessment. The person who has imported the goods have customs knowledge. Where do I have customs knowledge? There are some agents in the market. There are some agents in the market called C&F agents and a clearing and forwarding agent. This clearing and forwarding agents, what they do, you know, they will do this complete procedure on your behalf at a commission. Okay, na? That self-assessment should be done by the importer, where you determine the value and duty payable. That you have to give it to the officer. The officer is verified it, and officer is satisfied, yes, done well. Then he will sign a clearance. The duty can remove the goods for home consumption. As port. Here, first arrival of person in charge will deliver import report or grant of no unloading. Reach the custom station. Should move only in the way. No unloading under supervision of a custodian only you have to unload. Then goods once unloaded will go to the customs control. Then filing of home consumption, warehousing. Home consumption, white color. Warehousing, home consumption and you are ready to pay the duty and clear the goods. Assessment will start. No sir, I am not ready to pay the duty. Well, okay. You deposited in the warehouse. After certain period of time, anyway you have to remove, no? Permanently you won't keep in the warehouse. Then what happens? We file one more bill of entry, is known as X bond bill of entry in green color. Three colors. White color, home consumption. Yellow color, from warehousing you want to remove, green color is called X bond bill of entry. Only procedure same. OCA number, assessment, officer verification. Here called for import. Here ఎందుకు important అంటే where bill of entry comes, where import manifest or report comes, three inverts come. Based on this, certain provisions. Quickly draw this diagram. Draw this. Same like this. Fast. Who are attending online also, please copy this. Fast, fast, fast. Writing. Anna, Tara. Arrival of conveyance at custom station. Person in charge of conveyance will deliver import report or manifest electronically. Grant of entry in words. For this, important for us. Grant of entry in words and it's like a gate pass. No unloading. Each custom station. Conveyance move only in the specified bay or way or route and park at only designated places. Unloading should happen only at designated places under supervision of custodian. Once goods are unloaded, goods will be under customs control in the customs. Then filing of entry. Here, draw this now. Home consumption, warehousing. Home consumption, warehousing. What I told you, home consumption. They are ready to pay the duty and clear the goods. What is warehousing? Don't want to pay the duty, sir. Then why you don't want to pay the duty, sir? Sometimes it so happens that the ship might have arrived early, whatever may be the reasons. Don't have money to pay, like that. They have a facility for housing. Anna? Virayali. After you file a bill of entry, what will happen? Right? Noting of bill of entry, that is assigning a serial number known as toka number. Then self-assessment by importer. Assessment by importer. That is determination of value and duty. Self-assessment paid by proper officer. The duty and clear home. అన్నా వేర్ హౌసింగ్ రాసేసారా? వైట్ కలర్, బ్లూ కలర్ ఫర్ రిమూవల్ ఆల్సో you write. Ex bond bill of entry green color. Now this will be the procedure in import. Export will not have some such a great procedure. Export will be very simple because most of the times almost all the exports are not chargeable to duty. Done? Let's discuss about export procedure now. Right heading, export procedure. Export procedure. Good. There will file bill of export, or import, manifest or report. Here we will file presentation of shipping bill or bill of export. Yesterday also I told you the procedure. There will be one document called shipping bill or bill of. That shipping bill or bill of export we need to see the assessment, because you are not coming from outside, you are going from India to see the assessment. But most of the times your import duties are exempt, you don't pay any duty. Most of the times it is exempt. Okay, in a valuation untadi, do that valuation by whom? Self assessment ikkada kuda value duty, self removal of goods after నువ్వే చేసుకోవాలన్నీ. Okay, examination of goods by proper, then he'll give a order for loading. Okay, so he will check once and he'll see if it is dutiable, he'll ask you to pay the duty. Not dutiable, he'll give order for clearance. Presentation of shipping bill and order of loading by proper officer to person in charge of. You have to take the goods, go to the vessel, aircraft, etc., give it to the person in charge, start loading. Loading of goods into the conveyance under the supervision of. Then person in charge will deliver export manifest or report. If you remember, there import manifest or report is there before you come, here before you leave. Then after verification the proper officer will grant entry outwards or let ship go. Then no conveyance should leave without return. Procedure for right heading, export procedure. Right heading, export procedure. Export procedure. Presentation bill or bill of. Assessment by export. Self removal of goods. కనబడట్లేదా? Anna? Done? Hello. So this is what is the import and export procedure that we have as per section 29 to 1. This is not part of your syllabus, but you should know import. First we will grant entry in words. After that you will get bill of entry, or you can even file advance bill of entry. And what is the procedure? What is home consumption? What is warehousing? Then export procedure. Export procedure light. Don't remember also that. Yeah. Come back to this. All right. Next heading. Right. Next heading. Right. Next one. Taxable event. Taxable event. Or chargeability. Section 12. Right. Next heading. Taxable event or chargeability. Section 12. Now what is this taxable event? What is this chargeable? Section 12. When you know in taxation, in every taxation, so that once we want to tax something, first you should know what? Taxable event. Without taxable event, you cannot tax a particular item. Or no? Okay. So what is the taxable event or chargeability? Well, it is like this. First, there must be goods. There must be goods. Yesterday we have read the definition. What is the definition of goods? Every kind of movable property, nothing but goods. Yes or no? So first there should be goods. Such goods should be dutiable goods. Such goods should be dutiable goods. What is the meaning of the word dutiable goods? Dutiable goods ante the goods on which can levy. Third, such goods should be imported into India or exported out of India. That good shall be imported into India or it is exported out of India. So when this concept of import or export comes into the picture, then only there is a taxable. Okay. Now when something is said to be imported, when something is said to be exported is the question. For this, have two theories. What is that theory? One is landmass theory. Another one is territorial waters theory. Two types of theory we have. Talk about when the import or export is complete. Yesterday I was explaining you, if you remember, if this is southern part of India, this is the baseline. From here up to 12 nautical miles is territorial waters. For another 12 nautical miles, it is customs water. Here you will have something called customs barrier. Here you will have something called customs barrier. If a particular vessel or an aircraft is coming carrying some goods, in this case what happens, this vessel or aircraft, the moment it crosses the customs barrier is called import. The moment it crosses the customs barrier out, called export. Okay, so this part is very important for us to determine whether the goods are imported in India or exported out of India. This is what is said by territorial waters theory. But there was an argument. There arises one more theory called landmass theory. What this landmass theory is saying? If the moment the goods enter your territorial waters, it need not be always import or export unless otherwise your goods go to the land. Why? Sometimes it so happens that in international waters a ship is going. Suddenly it is out of fuel. The nearest port that we have is Vizag port. So this ship which is going in the international waters may reach Vizag just to refill the fuel, where destination is not in India. As soon as it enters the territorial waters, will you pay the duty on it? No. That is the argument of landmass theory. Then territorial waters theory says, as exception, they got the concept called goods in transit and goods in transshipment. There are two concepts designed. One is goods in transit, goods in transshipment. There is Sri Lanka. Let us assume one vessel from international waters came to Vizag, loaded stores. Yesterday I told you, what is stores? Anything meant for consumption on board called stores. It doesn't have fuel. They loaded everything. Again the ship has went to Sri Lanka, Colombo. The distance between Indian waters and Colombo is only 23 nautical miles. This 23 nautical miles both will share 50-50. Ante up to around 11.5 nautical miles is India, 11.5 nautical miles is Sri Lanka. Okay na? So because of that also ships may enter into Indian waters. You cannot say that this entire is mine. Yes, this entire is your, but Sri Lanka is also there. You cannot take Sri Lanka into your country. Or no, that goods which come to your place for something, they load, then go back, known as goods in. Okay? Sometimes it so happens that a big vessel will come there. They will unload the goods. In small ships, the goods will go to different places. That is called goods in transship. There, end of the day logic is ultimate destination, not in India. Again, Japan yesterday, what is import? Import means from outside India, goods should come to India. It is import. What is export? From India, goods should go to outside India. That is called export. This example which I gave you, is your ultimate destination India? No. So that is not import. You are not liable to pay duty. And JPC, two concepts this picture. Section 51 to 53 talks about in transit and in transshipment, which are exceptions to landmass theory. But what we follow is always territorial waters theory. So when goods are said to be entered into India, when you cross the customs barrier or frontier. In case of air, we don't have any problem. Let's assume it's in Hyderabad. Directly the flight will land in Hyderabad. So we don't have any such problems. Major discussion will be there only in waters. That write down. Chargeability. Taxability or chargeability. First one. There must be goods. There must be goods. And I told you one more point yesterday, if you people remember. Customs is only on goods. Customs is not on services. Important point. There must be goods. Second one, it must be dutiable goods. Must be dutiable goods. What are dutiable goods? On which duty is levied and which is covered by customs for taxation. Sir, how do I know whether my goods are levied or dutiable or not? You have to look into your Customs Tariff Act. Yesterday I told you there is a second act, Customs Tariff Act. It has got two tariffs, import tariff, export tariff. In import tariff you have a list of goods that are chargeable to import duty. In export tariff you have a list of goods which are chargeable to export. There must be dutiable goods. Third, such goods must be imported into India, or exported out of India. Imported into India or exported out of India. Next. That's it. These are the three conditions which to be satisfied. Right, like this in middle of the page. Theories. Divide that into two. Land mass theory, territorial waters theory. Divide that into two. Land mass theory, territorial waters theory. Okay. Under land mass theory, you write like this. Put one arrow down and write. Under land mass theory, put one arrow down and write. Goods should be taxable. Goods should be taxable only when they land in India. Only when they land in India. Territorial waters theory. Goods must be taxable. Goods must be taxable. The goods cross customs frontier of India. Customs frontier of India. Of write this heading: goods in transit, goods in transshipment. Goods in transit, in transshipment. And 51 to 50. Transit, in transshipment. Right. Under that you write first point. Goods in transit means the ultimate not in India. In transit means the ultimate destination is not in India, comma, such goods are transited. Such goods are transited without payment of duty. Without payment of duty. Conveyance. Without payment of duty. Conveyance. Fine. Goods in transshipment means goods are transported another conveyance their place of destination their place of destination may or may not be in of destination, may or may not be in, yeah. Both the above cases, both the above cases, are transited, goods are transited without payment of duty, are transited without payment of, is called taxability. Well, clear? Taxable event. These provisions are discussed under dutiable goods, section 12. The provisions relating to charge of duties of customs are contained in section 12 or customs act known as charging. Essentials of section 12. Levy must be on, goods must be imported or exported to or from India. The rate of duty of customs levied in specified in. So rates of duty is not given by Customs Act. Rate of duties is given by Tariff Act. Okay, government goods shall be treated at par with non-government goods. Such levy of duty shall be subject to an exception for any other. Therefore, the importation of goods into India, exportation of goods from India is the taxable event in, very important. So, when you levy the duty is when goods are imported into India, when goods are exported out of India, we levy the duty. Otherwise, we will not levy the duty. Clear? Next heading. Classification. Classification. Okay now? Chalo, see. What is the meaning of the word classification? Remember, already I told you a system of classification in GST. Remember that? Same classification system actually from GST you got from customs. That is known as HSN. What is HSN? Harmonized system of nomenclature. HSN stands for Harmonized System of Nomenclature. It is internationally accepted coding system for goods. For, of course, in GST it is used for goods and services. You remember how many digits we have? Very good. 8-digit coding system we use for the goods. First 2 digits, section, subsection, heading, subheading, tariff item. Like that we have different meanings for that 8 codes. Okay? Based on your turnover in GST, I told you should pakka give 4 digits or 6 digits. Like that we have. Okay? Same concept we have in customs. Classification of goods. Why you should classify your goods? To know your rate of duty, whether it is taxable or it is exempted. If you want to exactly know what is your rate of duty, whether they are taxable or exempted, then we go for classification. Classification of goods under customs consists of determination of headings, subheadings of Customs Tariff Act 1975, under which the imported and exported goods would be covered. Classification of imported goods determines rate applicable, applicability of import controls, anti-dumping duty, benefits of duty. Okay, this is given by Customs Tariff Act 1975. Customs Tariff Act has got 2 schedules. First schedule is called import tariff. which will give you import duty. In this schedule, goods chargeable with import duty are listed. It is also known as import tariff, which consists of 98 chapters grouped under 21. Second schedule, export tariff. Okay. In this schedule, goods are chargeable to export duty are listed. It is also known as export tariff. The Customs Tariff Act 1975 adopts 8-digit classification code based on harmonized commodity description and coding system known as. The generally explanatory notes and interpretation are given. Column headings, they are like this: tariff item, rate, standard rate, differential. There are various rates which are given in custom. Like if I ask you, what is income tax rate? Up to 4 lakhs, 4 to 8 lakhs, ela cheptam. What is GST rates? 0%, 1%, 3%, 6%, 9%. Different goods has got different rates. How do I know that my goods apply what rate? Tariff. You have to go to the tariff. You have to classify your goods. Then rates of customs duty. The basic rates of customs duty are 5%, 7.5%, 10%. The highest rate of basic customs duty is on non-agriculture, on baggage. Baggage and luggage. So anything that you big as a luggage or baggage from abroad, on that duty katala. Okay, and the general rate on baggage is. I went to London. I've done a lot of shopping. I've done 1 crore shopping. 35 lakhs duty. Shopping, sir, no problem, sir. Anything you bring from abroad, luggage, for a tour, go for a tour, enjoy and come back. Why you are buying, sir, costly items, sir, nice items, sir, you don't get in India, sir, I don't want. No, sir, I want, sir. Bring it, pay duty. Okay, so baggage is taxable at the rate of, but we don't have baggage rules, don't worry. Only normal rate of duty. And always remember the basic customs duty. Yeah? Last one. Notes. This classification is important for short notes. He'll ask you a question. Define classification. What is HSN and Class A? Okay, na? Last one. First point. Under customs, goods must be classified. Goods must be classified properly to know the rate of duty. Goods must be classified properly to know the rate of duty, tariff, special duty, exemption, drawback. Duty drawback ante it's like a refund. Pay the duty, again the duty will be given back to you. That is called duty drawback. Second point. Classification is done with the help of HSN. When I can write harmonized system of nomenclature. Harmonized system of nomenclature is internationally accepted. Internationally accepted coding. HSN uses SN plus 8-digit coding system use coding. As per Customs Tariff Act, there are two schedules. There are two. Schedule 1, port tariff. Schedule 1, port tariff. Schedule 2, export tariff. 2, export tariff. Customs tariff generally consists of customs tariff consists of 5-column heading. 5-column heading. Debit. Tariff item. Debit. Tariff item. Of goods. Tariff item. Debit. Description of goods. Standard rate. Potential. Date of duties of customs are dates of duties of customs are 5%, 7.5%, 10%, and on baggage 35%. On baggage 5%. On baggage 35. Last basic customs duty. Basic customs duty. Basic customs duty rate is 10%. So unless otherwise said, customs duty rate is 10%. That's it for the day. Okay. Tomorrow we will start